Hey there guys, Aldershot here, and today we're going to take a look at Insurgency, the latest tactical shooter to hit Steam, okay? Now, if you don't know what Insurgency is, it was a very popular mod for Counter-Strike, and the developer of the mod decided to put together his own game, and it was in early access earlier this year. Now, it's fully released on Steam at the price of $15, so the value is definitely there. The price is right. It's not an expensive game whatsoever. It definitely tries to attract the audience who are into more deliberate tactical gameplay like Counter-Strike or like the old Tom Clancy games. It's a bit more slow pace, it's a bit more deliberate. You do have to be careful as it only takes a couple of shots to kill you. And when you die, you don't respawn. You have to wait for a checkpoint to come back into the game or when the round is over. Ah, damn it! Now, I'm not that great at this game, to be completely honest, and while I'm trying to commentate and play at the same time, it's going to make me even worse. So forgive me for that, but I'll do the best I can anyways. But like I was saying, you don't want to die, because you do end up watching the game. Luckily, I did hit a checkpoint right when I died, so I didn't have to wait too long. And there are actually a quite large variety of modes. Oh, frig. There's quite a bit of modes to choose from. I think it's like 9 to 12 or something like that. And a good few maps to choose from as well. However, the audience that this game is trying to attract will gravitate towards one mode they really, really like and one or two maps that they really, really like and end up playing that over and over again, as we've seen in Counter-Strike and Team Fortress and you know, those kind of games, okay? So even though there's a lot of variety, most players who are attracted to this kind of game probably don't even need it. But it's nice that it's there, so that's good. Graphically, the game's not too bad looking. It looks a little dated, to be completely honest. It looks like something out of 2005, like Counter-Strike Go or something like that. However, it does the job, and this is an indie release, and it is at $15. So you do gotta factor those things in. So it's hard to criticize how it looks. Because honestly, it doesn't look terrible whatsoever. It does do a passable job, alright? Especially at its price. So it does look good for the price that they're charging you for. So I can't say that much. However, you know, if I was to be critical, I would say it does look pretty generic. Nothing to write home about. However, again, it's not ugly. And that's what really matters for a game like this. It does the job. Alright? Mechanically, it's pretty strong. Like I said, it's a more slow-paced, deliberate shooter. It's a little bit more cerebral in that you have to kind of plan your attacks and how you're going to approach each checkpoint and each choke point. And you're going to want to work with your teammates so you have someone to cover your ass. Alright? So as you can see, I'm dead, so I have to watch this match. And there we go. There's the round. Hopefully we can get back in, do a little bit better. Maybe. But, you know, if you're a Counter-Strike player, or not Counter-Strike, if you're a, oh, that's really annoying. If you're a Call of Duty player, and you expect to jump into this game, running, gunning, you're gonna do pretty terrible, alright? This game definitely does, you know, kind of leave the casual market in the dust, alright? This game's definitely developed more for the hardcore audience. As far as an audience is concerned, this game is relatively small in its community currently. I'm hoping it will grow with more popularity, because the game is actually quite enjoyable, especially at its price. But so far, you know, I haven't had too hard of a time looking for a game. Oh, hold on now. I think there's a guy around. Sorry. Anyways, I haven't had too hard of a time looking for a game, which is good to see. And the players that I've talked to from the game so far, I've noticed that they're fairly mature, fairly experienced players. I think a lot of these guys came from the mod and from the oh crap, from the mod and from the early access. So a lot of them know what they're doing already. However, I didn't play the mod or the early access, so I'm kind of just moving away. What the fuck, bunny jumping? That's something else you don't want to do. You don't want to bunny jump. That doesn't work in a game like this. Okay. So again, if you're a Call of Duty player coming into this game trying to run and gun, you're not going to be very successful. You got to approach this very deliberately, very carefully. All right, because I'm dead. Now I got to watch the game. That's kind of boring. Okay, so you got to be careful about that. There is actually a co-op mode as well, where you can play with your teammates and take on a bunch of AIs. However, because the community is still kind of small, I haven't been able to find a game for that game mode yet. Probably because people who want to play this game probably don't want to play Horde mode. They probably want to shoot each other in the face. And, you know, that's just the way these kind of games go. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why play this over Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of those games? Well, the reason being is because it's sort of its own experience, to be honest. Because of its slower pace, because there's a lot of different interesting mechanics in this game that Counter-Strike don't have, and Battlefield and Call of Duty, you know, let's admit it, they're a little bit more run and gunny, okay? Maybe not so much Battlefield, but definitely Call of Duty. But compared to this game, Battlefield is still pretty run and gunny. This is a very, very slow-paced game. You really got to be careful, okay? It's not a bad thing either. Some people really like that kind of gameplay, and certainly that's the kind of audience that this game is trying to attract. So if you're into that kind of more cerebral shooter mentality, then this game might be worth taking a look at, especially at a $15 price point. You can't argue with that. Oh, that's the... Alright, not doing too bad, not doing too bad. Alright. So as you can see, slow and steady definitely pays off. I'm kind of going the flank route where I'm just kind of being more careful, trying to get behind enemy lines. Just if, you know, it does open up quite a few tactical options in this game as well because of the level design, which I gotta say is pretty fantastic. Lots of different entry points, which is good to see. Also, there's a cool little mechanic where you can run and then hit the duck to slide. So that's pretty cool. And of course you can go prone. Also there's suppression fire, where if someone's shooting at you, your vision will go blurred. That's really awesome. Shoot, just like that. Somebody shoot at me, I don't know where. Oh, I see. Okay. So that suppression fire is really, really useful, actually. Oh, damn it, why did I get up? But yeah, there's also left lean and right lean as well for, you know, that additional layer of tactical play. So, like I said, if you're into a more deliberate shooter that you have to kind of think about rather than just reactionarily shoot, you know, pulling the trigger whenever you see an enemy, then this game definitely is something that you might want to take a look at. The build's pretty solid, although I have run into a bug where it'll randomly go back to the desktop and shut off upon loading the game. So that's a little annoying. It's not a perfect game, but still, you know, it's just got released. There's going to be a couple of bugs to be refined, and a game for $15. You can't really complain. I don't actually see that bug all that often. It is there, just so you know, but when it works fine. Okay. Well, that's basically it, guys. I don't want to drag this on too long. Oh, there's a couple things I do want to show you, actually. Excuse me. There are multiple classes that you can choose, and depending on the class you choose, you'll get different equipments. And you can customize your equipment through different attachments. You can select different rifles, make new builds, etc., etc. So that's pretty cool. There's a layer of customization as well, which is really nice to see. Again, if you're looking for more of a tactical shooter rather than run and gun, this game might be right up your alley. It feels kind of like the old school, not Splinter Cell, the old school Tom Clancy games, where it is more slow paced, where it is more teamwork oriented. So there's that. And if you're a Counter-Strike player, you might enjoy the more tactical side of this game as well. The controls do feel very Counter-Strike. The graphics look very Counter-Strike. You can definitely tell how it has a Counter-Strike pedigree to it. So there you go, guys. That's Insurgency. I am enjoying it, and it certainly is priced correctly. $15, man. That's really, really cheap for a game of this caliber. It is very, very enjoyable. It might look a little generic upon first inspection. However, when you get into it, you can see how there's a lot of layers of tactics and strategy. There's a lot of depth with this game. So if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely check it out. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found this informative. If you did in any way, let me know. Send me some love, you know. Share, like, favorite, comments. But most importantly, please subscribe. I'm still a very small, a very new channel. So help me grow, feed me my vegetables, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Alder shout out.